Hello everyone, my name is Quad and welcome to a video in which we will take a look at every single type of Kavat. Hello everyone, my name is Quad and welcome to a video in which we will take a look at every single type of Kavat. Kavats are your cat-like companions you can get in Warframe that help you in battle with their claws and their abilities. In this video we will take a look at all the different Kavat types you can get with their abilities and their claws. And at the end we will also look at some Kavat specific mods. But before we take a look at each Kavat type, we first need to learn how to get them. The resource you will need is called Kavat Genetic Code. This resource can only be acquired by scanning feral Kavats on the Deimos Orokin tileset. I suggest you do exterminate or capture missions, since Kavats usually spawn on a timer. They always spawn in a group of 3, so the chance to get genetic code from at least one is a likely chance. If you want to learn more about getting Kavat genetic code, be sure to watch the video I made quite a while ago. And before I forget, people always mention the Sands of Inaros quest too. In that quest you will be swarmed by Kavats in one of these sections, so be sure to scan them since you will get enough genetic code for more than one Kavat. When it comes to growing your Kavat out of the genetic code, you will need a Kavat upgrade segment blueprint, which drops from Hayika Masters in higher level Grineer missions. The granny looking Grineer with hairless cats. This segment will unlock a new section in your incubator called Kavat Breeding. To get a Kavat, you will need 10 Kavat genetic codes and 1 incubator power core. In addition, you may also get yourself imprints of Kavats from other players, which will give you a higher chance to get the Kavat type you want. If you begin a random incubation, you will have a 50-50 chance to get either the Smeeta or the Adarza Kavat types, but each imprint will give you a 25 percentage point increase. For example, if I use 2 Smeeta Kavat imprints, my chance of getting the Smeeta Kavat is 100%. We will not play with more imprints in this video, so you can adjust the sizes and the head types and the tails and stuff, but I will make a video about this in the future. And now let's take a look at all the Kavat types. We will start with the Smeeta Kavat, go on with the Adarza Kavat, then we will take a look at the Vasca Kavat, and to finish off, we will take a look at the Quad Kavat, the most powerful one of them all. Smeeta Kavat is the first Kavat you can get from random incubations, with a 50% chance if you do not use any imprints. It comes with 2 Smeeta Kavat specific mods called Charm and Mischief. Charm mod has a 40% chance to give you a buff every 27 seconds. The buffs range from giving you double critical chance, no energy needs for a short time, triple affinity, instant reload, negating damage and giving you overshields, or giving you random resources if playing in the Void, Zariman, or Sanctum and Atomica tile sets. The buffs are random and have different duration times or limited uses, so it is not the easiest of things to use if you want to play in a predictable manner due to all the randomness. And the other mod Smeeta Kavat gets is Mischief. This mod will allow your Smeeta Kavat to use a special ability. It will create a decoy of itself that draws fire from nearby enemies. The Kavat itself will become invisible for a short time, still being able to attack. The decoy is still able to die, but has a bit of evasion on itself, meaning some of the enemy's attacks will just miss it. Once the decoy is dead, nearby enemies will be blinded and your Kavat will reappear. It is not the best of all mods in the world, but it can be quite nice to use on defense-based missions to draw fire. When it comes to the weapons, Smeeta Kavat's claws deal only slash damage, meaning it is not the best, since other beast companions usually deal 2 different status types of damage. It is still perfectly fine though. Next up, we have the Adarza Kavat. Adarza Kavat is the second Kavat you can get from a random incubation, with 50% chance if you don't use any imprints. Its main focus is giving you and your allies increased critical chance and reflecting damage back to its enemies. Adarza Kavat comes with 2 mods, Cat's Eye, and Reflect. Cat's Eye will give your Adarza Kavat the ability to increase the critical chance of you and your allies in a medium range. The critical chance increase is 60%, which is quite a lot, but it only lasts a short time, so be sure to deal as much damage as possible when you use it. The second mod your Adarza Kavat comes with is called Reflect. This mod will allow your Kavat to reflect incoming damage to it back onto the enemies. This makes Adarza Kavat quite great with survivability. In addition, the damage dealt back to the enemies is amplified as well, which is especially great for dealing with heavy enemies. When it comes to Adarza Kavat's claws, they deal slash and puncture damage. This is a tiny bit better than the Smeeta Kavat's one status type, but it is still not the best compared to the other beast companions, since the damage is very low. Anyways, let's now go over to Vasca Kavat, which has a couple extra steps to get. To get a Vasca Kavat, you will first need to get one of the regular Kavats. With the regular Kavat, you will need to go onto the plains of Eidolon at night. Search around for one of the wild Kavat types and let them hit your Kavat on purpose. This will infect your Kavat with the Nephil strain of Catades. Of course, we do not want that, but we do want to get a Vasca Kavat. Once your Kavat is infected, go back to your orbiter and extract an imprint from it. You can do this only once, but I suggest you do it twice, so you get 2 imprints. You will now have to incubate your Kavat yet again, but first, you will need to use 1 or 2 Vasca Kavat imprints. If you use 1, you will have a 50% chance to get the Vasca Kavat, but if you use 2, you will have a 100% chance to get it. And that is it. This one may take a bit more time to get due to this process of going to the plains of Eidolon at night, but if you're trying to get all the Kavat types, I think it is worth it. Let's look at its abilities. Vasca Kavat's abilities focus on reviving you and dealing more damage to the enemies, while also healing itself. The 2 mods it comes with are Transfusion and Draining Bite. Transfusion will allow it to revive you by sacrificing 20% of its health. Do not forget the Kavat may still die during your revival, so be sure to keep it healthy while you are alive. Quite straightforward. The second mod Vasca Kavat comes with is called Draining Bite. This mod will allow your Vasca Kavat to deal increased damage to the enemies in a form of slash damage, regardless of its claws damage. The damage is also amplified, so bleeding out enemies can be a lot easier, and to top that off, this attack will also allow Vasca Kavat to regenerate part of its health, meaning it is far more sustainable if you do not have any companion health regenerating mods. When it comes to the Vasca Kavat's claws, it only deals slash damage, which is not the best, but it is higher than the Smeeta Kavats. And that is it with the 3 main Kavat types of Warframe. There are actually 2 more which are specific to one particular Warframe, called Venari and Venari Prime. You can get them by farming up Khora or Khora Prime with their versions of Venari respectively. Venari and Venari Prime do not have any specific mods made for them, so you will have to deal with the mods you have for Beast Companions and all the general Kavat mods. However, this is an additional companion, so you may have 2 Kavats in a mission at once, so that is frickin' perfect. When it comes to the claws of Venari of the Prime version and the non-Prime version, they basically only do slash damage, which is not the best, but it is still good, since it is an additional companion you can get. And that is truly it with the Kavat types of Warframe. Now let's look at the Quad Kavat. Quad Kavat is a special type of Kavat with the focus of devouring everything it sees, staring into your soul, increased evasion, and total immunity to all damage. You can get it as a special real-life event when it strolls around, you can get it in an animal shelter, or you may get it in many other ways. The wiki does not specify all the places you can get it at the moment, so be sure to keep an eye out. This version of the Quad Kavat is named Natse, and it comes with 6 Kavat-specific mods, with unknown mods being added at random. You do have to know that every single quad kavat is different. The mods of my personal kavat here are Charm Human, Gluttonous Beast, Herbivore, Absolute Immunity, Stole Stare, and Disarmed Evasion. Charm Human mod will make every human within the line of sight of Nazi feel an irresistible urge to pet him. The effect lasts 5 seconds, but Nazi can recast the ability with a 4-second cooldown, causing the unsuspecting human to be permanently petting locked. Gluttonous Beast will allow your kavat to regenerate its health and produce special scat. The scat is a resource that does not have any uses at the moment, however, and may give you a random debuff or many debuffs if you keep it hanging around, so be sure to get rid of it. Herbivore allows your kavat to eat plant matter. This is a special buff and attack hybrid mod. It allows your kavat to get a digestion buff, but it also learns the puking attack, with 100% accuracy when it comes to the proximity of a carpet. Absolute Immunity mod will allow your kavat to curl up in a ball and become immobile for a very long duration. This will make it immune to any attack, but you can instantly deactivate this mod if you have some chicken or kavat food in your gear. Soul Stare is a special attack mod which allows your kavat to stare into your soul, slowly assuming its control and judging you. This is a debuff mod that is not removable from the kavat, so you will have to live with it, kind of. And the last mod it comes with is Disarmed Evasion. This mod will make your kavat increase its evasion by a big percentage at the cost of its damage output. I suggest you use this mod even though the damage may not be the highest at the end. When it comes to the claws, these types of kavats usually deal slash damage and emotional damage. And that is it about the kavat types of Warframe. Now let's go over some kavat specific mods. Pounce mod will allow your kavat to use a special attack that deals a bit less damage, but in return it stuns the enemy for a short duration. This attack is especially good on heavy enemies. You can get it by killing feral kavats on Deimos Orokin Derelict tile sets. Fierce Sense mod will make the kavat buff itself by giving itself a 200% damage buff increase. The buff lasts for quite a while and allows the kavat to knock down enemies with a chance of 30%. You can get it from feral kavats on Deimos Orokin Derelict tile sets. Territorial Aggression mod is used for crowd control. It will allow your kavat to use an ability that works in a short range. The enemies that enter the range of the ability have a chance to get attacked by a shadow kavat every second they are in the zone. The chance of getting attacked is not the highest, it is 30%, but when you are against a group of enemies, this mod will truly shine. You can get it from feral kavats on the Deimos Orokin Derelict tile sets. Sharpened Claws mod will allow your kavat to use a special attack. The attack will deal 300% of its usual damage and will also strip enemies of all their armor. This is an amazing mod to use when going against the Grineer if you do not have any other armor stripping choices. You can get it from Hayika and the Kuba Hayika enemies from any higher level Grineer missions. Tech Enhance mod will increase the duration of kavat abilities by 30%. That is it. It is quite an awesome mod if you like to be bombarded with buffs all the time, which we all do of course. You can get it as a drop from the last stage of Tier 3 Fortuna bounties, just be sure it is among the rewards since it is on a rotation. Tech Assault mod will give your kavat a chance to stay alive if it receives lethal damage. It will also make it immune for a short duration, allowing it to regenerate its health a little bit. You can get it as a drop from the last stage of Tier 2 Fortuna bounties, just be sure it is among the rewards since it is on a rotation. And that is it. We went over all the kavats and kavat specific mods. Hopefully you enjoyed the quad kavat type I've included in this video as a joke. If you have any other mods that your quad kavats have, be sure to let me know in the comments. So yeah, some mods are hidden in plain sight and I haven't included them. Like, I've seen them, I don't know, knocking things down and stuff. I don't know what ability that is or what mod causes it, but it is a thing. But before I start ranting, anyways, hopefully this helped you at least a little bit in choosing the Kavat type you want. My personal favorite is the Smeeta Kavat due to its charm ability, but the other ones are also quite amazing. For the end now, I thank you for watching, and I wish you a very nice day. Bye guys!